What's going on, YouTube? It's Saint Riot, and I'm coming at you again with another session of Elden Ring PvP. This time it's random invasions, believe it or not. And I have made a quality build, meaning equal parts strength and dexterity. And as I play through the game and unlock new areas, I'm invading in these areas as I get through them. And I'm making a sort of journal. So if you're ever curious about what activity is like at certain level ranges, you can come back, you can watch these videos, and you can see what activity was like for me at level 40, or level 50, or 60, or 80, or whatever. I'm making my way up to 125. I'm finally close enough to where I can start upgrading some weapons, because that's what a quality build's all about. So today, it's Nightrider Glaive with Giant Hunt. I immediately, what you're seeing is the first invasion that I did with this weapon. And I absolutely fell in love with it in that moment. At this moment, it is quality infused with Giant Hunt as the Ash of War, but it's only plus 24. I didn't know if I wanted to blow the, the pure slab stone. After this, though, after this session, I was convinced. But anytime you see it in this video, it'll probably be level plus 24. So, I mentioned in the video before this that I was also curious about, like, getting a spear. And spears are always nice to have in invasions when you're chasing people around. Typically, when they're trying to heal or just run away, a spear does a really good job of, punishing them, staying on them. But honestly, the running attack on the Glaive is good enough to do that for me. I'll probably still play around with the spear, but it will serve a different purpose or function because, holy god, this Glaive has it all. I'm not a fan of the halberds that have the spear moveset, typically. They just kind of look boring to me. I like the glaives with, like, the big vertical chop and then the horizontal slash. I like those kind of weapons, Black Knight Glaive from the Dark Souls series. So here's a problem I have when I try a new weapon out. I'm always too slow. I'm always too slow to get rid of it. So I get a new weapon, and I want to play with it, and what ends up happening is I get put in a situation where the weapon doesn't work well, and as a result, I end up biting it, which is exactly what happened there. But it was all worth it just to knock that dude off the level with Giant Hunt. It's such a cool Ash of War. I love it. You can see the damage on this is pretty good. Keep in mind, quality builds really, when you infuse something with quality, you lose a lot of base damage. Your scaling is, good because it pulls from both your strength and your dexterity. But it's honestly, apparently, I've not done any of the calculations myself, but I've watched Scott and other people talk about it and do it. You're almost always better off going full-on heavy or full-on dex. When I say heavy, I mean strength, sorry. You're almost always better doing full strength or full dex. But I'm a creature of habit, and so I'm just going to do the thing I like. Oh, this is another thing I talked about in a previous video. Keeping a weapon on me that had Royal Knight's Resolve to break Great Shields. And the explanation I was given as to why this is happening, and this was not for sure, this was just the person's best guess. Royal Knight's Resolve apparently doubles the damage of the hit. It's a buff, it lasts for one hit, and apparently it doubles the damage is what I was told. And so, what they said, and what I think makes sense, is if it doubles the damage, it probably also doubles the stamina depletion. So that's why you can hit a Great Shield and break it so easily. Having said that, if you come across somebody using the fingerprint shield and they've upgraded it correctly, and they've got the right talismans, you're not gonna break that, even with Royal Knight's Resolve. So, you know, find a different solution. This was a good invasion, though. We used the tools, and that's what a quality build is all about. Being able to, like, switch between tools and use different things. Typically in these videos, I use the Carrion Retaliation Ash of War on my shield to, you know, it gives me a parry, and it gives me a spell parry. Obviously, the glitch thing is still going on right now, and at this point, I almost kind of feel bad. I wish, like, I might get a different shield and upgrade it less, just so that I hopefully don't melt people in one hit with it. Like, maybe only upgrade it a few times, you know? But doing, you know, 2,000 damage it just, you know, like, you kind of feel bad. And a lot of times, these invasions are over before they start because of it. And it's just not a lot of fun for me. So, until they fix it, I'm kind of like weaning off of it. However, I don't think that, like, you should, just because the thing you like is really, really good, doesn't mean you should stop using it. Especially Carrion Retaliation. If you're using it, like, honest, like a mage is casting spells at you, and so you parry the spell, you know what I mean? It's not your fault, it's awesome. What are you supposed to do? Just sit there and let a mage absolutely blast you forever for free because the thing that works really well against it just happens to be too good at the moment? So I'm not saying, like, no one should use it or whatever. I'm just saying I'm trying to, like, wean myself off of it a little bit. If someone is being, like, just absolutely obnoxious about it, yeah, I'm still going to use Carrion Retaliation. But, I'm trying. Because for the benefit of, if nothing else, the content, Jack. We have to have content. And what content is there if I'm just parrying stupid wizards and then they die immediately, you know? I would rather parry warriors and then they don't die immediately, but they do get hurt very badly. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Saint, did that jar cannon shot kill that dude? I have no idea. I have no idea what got him. There's one enemy back there. My suspicion is that the jar cannon shot scared him and he rolled off the ledge. But I don't know what killed him. But I can't, you know, I can't in good faith, in good conscience take credit for it, you know? Giant Hunt is so perfect. It's my favorite thing. It's a huge thrust, and it launches people into the air. Those are like two of my favorite things in the world. I'll talk about this a little bit later, but I'm pretty sure Miyazaki, like, watched my YouTube channel and was like, let's make the game this dude will love. And that's what they did. On the Carrion Retaliation topic, should you have to stand here and just eat that over and over again like I'm doing? No, you shouldn't. If you want to Carrion Retaliate that, go ahead. Go right ahead. Look at the damage on Astil's Wing, I believe that weapon is called. Also, these invasions that you're watching today, in between, like, level 107, I think, and then, like, 133. So we are full-blown up there. We're at old school Dark Souls meta level. Whether or not people decide to keep meta level the same when it comes to duels, because meta level doesn't matter for invasions, whether or not people decide to keep the same meta level or not, I don't know. But that's where we're at. I've already started working on my third build. Can you believe it? Oh, hey, just a disclaimer, a warning. This dragon is bugged. I went into this invasion, and this was like the 5th invasion I did here, where I was getting absolutely owned by this dragon, but the dragon could not interact with the party. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go in there and see what happens. And I can pretty conclusively say this dragon is bugged. If you're invading here and you see that dragon, there's a very good chance that dragon's not actually there. It can still hit you, it can still hurt you, but it's not going to hit the party, it's not going to hurt them. And, yeah, just something to keep in mind if you do invasions in this area. So we've got the Great Bow, we got the Jar Cannon, we got the Straight Sword, we got the Nightrider Glaive. This build is starting to feel like a quality build. These are starting to feel like real Saint Riot invasions, to me, not... I love it. The Jar Cannon is just a great bow for big builds. I love it so much. I said earlier that, you know, your best bet for damage was anything not quality, you know? But, I mean, you hit somebody for 500 damage with this thing, and it's hard to, you know, like, it's 500 damage on a single attack. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. This is, Gankers Pay the Price. We've got the Crimson Whirl in our flask, which means we regain health from any damage that isn't physical. And those dudes were waiting at the elevator to just blast me with all the magic they had. And it wasn't enough, because the Crimson Whirl in the Wondrous Physic flask. It's too good. And now, like an anxious prom date in the back seat of his dad's Chevy, they've blown their load just a little too quick. I know. There's no Nightrider Glaive in this invasion. But, you're gonna tell me this wasn't worth putting on YouTube? Come on. I don't know if that delay was an R2, or that's just the attack pattern on that particular weapon there. But whatever it was, really well played. And it's interesting because the host here is pretty decent. They know true combos, they're using their tools. It's a little surprising to see a player like that using, like, the way to the top of the elevator gank tactics. But what are you gonna do? Oh, also I found the Hornet Ring. GG's. It's not called the Hornet Ring anymore, but if you know, you know. Here's some more gankers paying the price. Using the carry and retaliation glitch. Oh, just not enough. Just not enough. Just wasn't enough, was it? They want to do it again. Crimson Whirl Flask. You are a joke to me. What do they do when their little one-shot thing doesn't work? I'll tell you what they do. They die like losers. So anyway, that's the quality build. I'm working on my third build now. That's right. It's the all 5 games build. Except now, it's all 6 games. We've got Catch Flame. And that cool Ash of War, where you shoot a fire out, and then you, like, slice them with your sword. We've got a fireball. I'm still working on it, so I don't have all the stuff yet. But It's coming along. It's coming along quite nicely. All 6 games build. I've done this build in every game. I love it. And oh my god, Miyazaki loves me. You can running cast Catch Flame now, and Catch Flame comes out faster after an attack, like after a melee attack. If you cast Catch Flame twice, the second one is faster. But you can just attack and then cast it at super speed. Miyazaki loves me. Thanks for watching the video. There'll be more later. Until then, later y'all.